Good evening, everyone. So happy to see all these folks here. This is the first, I think, for call to order. Stand for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilmember Clotworthy? Here. Councilmember Darrow? Here. Councilmember Holler? Here. Councilmember McAdams? Here. Councilmember McConnell?
Here.
Councilmember Ostrom?
Here.
Mayor Granstrom? Here. This meeting was advertised in accordance with Open Public Meetings Act and complies with all the laws therein. With that being said, we are going to start with swearing in of Captain Michael Brewster as Police Chief by Mayor Granstrom.
This is a pretty good ground, Michael. Okay, raise your right hand. State your name.
I, Michael Brewster,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and this state,
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of police chief
of police chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Switch votes.
All right, at ease. I don't have a long speech prepared, but I do want to say thank you to everybody for showing up. You know, this level of support, I'm overwhelmed. I'm honored. I'm truly humbled to be in this position to hold the title of Chief of Police. I want to thank the governing body and the mayor for putting this together. It doesn't happen without their support. I got big shoes to fill. Chief Ellis retired June 1st. So I want to say thank you, sir, for all your guidance and leadership. Thank you. I want to thank my mom, flying up from Florida. And my family and friends for being here. I want to thank my wife because we all know it doesn't happen without my rock and my support. She's my ace in the hole. I look forward to serving the community. I have many years to go. All right, so let's lock in and get comfortable. You know, and I owe you guys a lot, so hold me accountable. I want to thank my guys and my officer, my female officer, my guys and girls. They are the backbone of this organization. This organization does not run without them working the nights, the hard days, the long shifts, the holidays. So my hat's off to you guys. Thank you. That's all I have.
Yeah, right.
That makes sense. Right, right.
Yeah, that
I'm not ready. I'm
Meeting. You have, meeting minutes for work session of the executive session, held on, August 6th of 2025, and a regular session, executive session held on August 18th of 2025. I need a motion to accept.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? We have committee reports. Everybody has a chance to look at the committee reports, and if so, I need a motion to accept.
Motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence, we have two correspondents. All right. One that says, the Camden County American Legion Auxiliary would like to thank you for the use of the Senior Community Center for our annual meeting. It's always a pleasure to do such a nice to do this at such a nice faculty from the Camden County American Legion Auxiliary. They also donated to use for whatever we want for celebrations of $300, which is what somebody never done before. It was very nice of them to donate $300 to us. I also got dear Mayor Granstrom and council members. I have a full heart as I write this today. Thank you for the very touching proclamation you gave me last night. I was humbled by it when it was when you live your life in precarious moments, precious moments over the years pass quickly. I have always loved our very special town and share many of the same memories you do. I have memories of being a child in the VBS, the Bible school, Vocation Bible School. I remember, I cannot read cursive very well. The children of the St. Marie's Church just being given permission to attend the Vocation Bible School. Please know that I pray regularly for all of you as a church. We appreciate everything you do for us. Hopefully, the Lord will give us many more years to serve Him. You made me so happy last night, Karen Mickle. Very nice last time we had that. All right, correspondence. We move on to public portion. Individuals must state their name, address for the record, and respect the 5-minute time limit while addressing the governing body. I need a motion to open to the public.
I'll second it.
All in favor? We're now open to the public for any public comment.
Hi, Debbie Mason, 217 Fifth Street. I know I probably have a target on my back, but there's all the negative about the McDonald's. More of a positive. First of all, the church is an eyesore with overgrown trees and weeds. We have a corporation coming in who's gonna, upgrade it or whatever. And plus, it will give kids an opportunity for a job who don't have a car, who can't drive somewhere. It's work. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Okay,
Okay,
continue.
Aunt Beige from 411 Cape Cod. I'm very confused. I thought this was a done deal. I thought this was over. Once you over there on the road, it was over. I don't understand why we're even here about this. I'm thinking, this is going up a block from my home. I don't want rodents. I don't want strange people running in the area. I don't want traffic up and down my street. No, I have a problem with this. And I don't understand why we were told it was not ever going to happen. I don't understand. Can someone explain why that was put out there?
You're here on social media.
No, that's council. That's not social media. I don't go on social media. I don't know if that's stuff that's going on here. But I don't understand. Is it not over? Is it over? Where are we with this?
If I may, and
Yes.
hopefully this will clear some confusion. The prior administration executed a redevelopment agreement for the potential redevelopment of the church property. There were discussions with the developer, and yes, in fact, the developer had proposed that a McDonald's be located on site. The township and the developer are at an impasse. Later this evening, we will be going into executive closed session because quite frankly, there are issues that have not been resolved between the borough and the developer. And in fact, the borough has received a letter threatening litigation to be sued in the event that the borough does not move forward with the proposed redevelopment plan and agreement. This Mayor and council has charged me with potentially working out an amicable resolution. But to be clear, as of today, there is not a definitive project that has been approved by our planning and zoning board. Because if that were the case, any property owner within 200 feet of the property would have been notified of exactly what is being proposed, including a site plan and the accompanying documents. We are still in the preliminary part of that, dealing specifically with the redevelopment agreement. But there is not a formal site plan that has been submitted to the planning and zoning board, and that will not take place until these underlying issues that we're going to discuss this evening have been discussed and approved by both sides.
Okay, both sides, you're talking about the board here and McDonald's.
Correct.
Okay, what are our options here? Do we have any? I mean, Thrift Drugstore's closed. Put them over there where all the fast food is.
Unfortunately, it's not that simple. The developer has a contractual agreement with the town for the property, but it's unrealistic at this point, nor does the borough have the power to compel them to utilize another site.
So are we gonna have any say in this at all?
I just said, ma'am, that if and when if it ever comes to fruition that the developer is moving forward, they would still require approval from the planning and zoning board. And any property owner within 200 feet of the church property currently owned by the borough would be notified of when that hearing is to occur. And during that hearing, that would be the appropriate forum to address any specific concerns you may have with respect to the actual project that is proposed to be developed.
Okay, so it's not a done deal right now.
It is not.
Thank you.
Okay.
We can hear you, George.
I've George Thorpe, I live on Hanovic, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys all know, right?
The public don't, listen.
Oh,
Your
I
address.
live on McAdams Way. I have quite a few questions, but I'll try to keep it as short as I can because I'm sure other people want to speak. I find it hard to believe that for years we've had a dirty bookstore with all kinds of perverts in it, and nothing was really ever done, at least in the eyes of the public, behind counters and things I don't know. Now we have an opportunity to get rid of two eyesores and actually turn something that will bring a little profit into the town. Maybe not for the first 10 or 15 years. I don't know what agreements would be made. Okay, and here we have all these people worrying about the traffic. From the way I understand it, now I'm not privy to the plans, they're gonna come in off of the Pike and go back out on 130. And they're gonna be a way out to the, Browning Road. But there's not gonna be emptying into the people's homes and streets over here. You know, now I've heard other people say, oh, well, they're gonna kidnap our kids. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I think that was somebody just saying something stupid there, if they did say it. And you got a bookstore, and you're not worried about that. Look, I'm not gonna be here much longer. Okay, my age, so, but there are a lot of people that have young families in this town. The proposal, if I hear it correctly, about fixing up the ball field and doing other things in the community, getting rid of the church and the rectory, that would be a great thing for this town. It'll be something lasting too. Plus you'll be getting the taxes off them. Anybody ever go down Black Horse Pike?
Yeah.
There's a McDonald's right on the heart of Black Horse Pike, and mixed in with businesses and houses behind them and all over. I've been past that place 100 times, never seen a traffic jam of anything, and they come out. They come in and out right there on Black Horse Pike. So I'm sure if it's handled properly, not dumping into our community, going back out on 130 or going out along the ball field and right out to the lake, I'm sure it could be handled well and be well worth it for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Brittany Henry, 221 North Hannibay. My question would be for when it floods at the circle, if we do remove that sign, wouldn't the making a no right turn? Now, wouldn't that just allow all the traffic when it floods to just dump through and use that emergency path the other way going back? Well, we don't know
I
if they're gonna let
apologize.
them into the town.
What does the sign have to do with flooding?
Because when it floods, then people can just cut through the town to get to the emergency crossing instead of having to go through. It's just gonna dump
They
through.
drive by my house every time it floods. 411 Acon Road, they drive
I
right
watched them do
by.
it, I'm gonna get out here and they find some.
Another time.
That was just my one question. And then my other question was, during the construction, would the school need to close at all because of because of them digging? Would there be any safety issue with the school?
The answer is no.
No. And then I had two more that are just about a resolution. Resolution 26 and 25, the water updates. I just want to know, would those be covered under the Solvay settlement? It was, I think it was 26, 136-25, 137-25, the change orders for the whole barn and the,
Oh, so what are you asking about? So
Would-
it's
are
gonna be
these-
covered under what though?
would these still be covered under the Solvay settlement?
Well, I mean, it's all covered under money we already borrowed.
Okay,
So it's, like, we
It's
get
still-
reimbursed. We got reimbursed about like, I want to say like 800 and something thousand so far of the million. And then we'll get the rest of that. And then, I don't know if you heard on the previous meetings, but we're getting right now 2.4 million,
Close to it.
2.4 million from Solvay.
okay.
So, yeah, it would be covered under this, but it just let you know, we've already had that money set aside for paying that anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay.
Motion closed. So, yeah, the motion closed.
I'll make that motion.
I didn't hear a second. That's what I was- All in favor? All right, we have old business. We have ordinance, number 15 of 2025. It's a second reading and a public hearing. But with this ordinance, before we go into this, it was advertised, so we haven't gone before the local finance board. The school has not done that yet. They're going in the first week of October. So they have asked us to have it table this ordinance. So I need a motion to table this ordinance to the next meeting, and then we'll have it for that one.
Motion.
So I need a motion to table.
Second.
Need a roll call for that?
Question.
Any questions on the motion and then,
Yeah, you spoke with Sam about that.
what's that?
You spoke with Sam about that?
Yes.
All right. I was under the impression that we had to pass it so they can go before the board, not over.
No, they can't, it's gotta be passed after the board is, after the board meets.
Okay.
That's what I was told by, Jeff, Wadisky of the, bond council. That's who they told me that. Well, if the worst case scenario, we have to have a special meeting to pass this, but that's what I was told. That this doesn't get passed until, after the, local finance board approval. Because how can you guarantee something that doesn't get approved by local finance?
But we read it, we did a first reading on it already.
Yes, so this will be a table for the second reading to be the next council meeting.
Okay.
So we have a motion for that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Bruce and Jeff seconded it.
Okay, that was a question. Any more questions on that motion? Councilmember Clotworthy?
Yes.
Councilmember Darrow?
Yes.
Councilmember Holler?
Yes.
Councilmember McAdams?
Abstain.
Councilmember McConnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Osham?
Yes.
Moving along. We have new business ordinance, first reading, introduction of these ordinances. We have ordinance number 16 of 2025, a bond ordinance authorizing the completion of various capital projects and improvements to the borough of Brooklawn, appropriating the sum of $360,000. Ordinance number 17 of 2025, amending chapter 141, vehicles and traffic in the code borough of Brooklawn. And ordinance number 18 of 2025, amending chapter 112, Parks and Recreation in the code of the borough of Brooklawn. This is by title only. So I need a motion to introduce. After we get.
I'll make that motion. Or I'll
What's that?
second it.
Motion.
Yeah.
John's motion. Questions on the motion?
Yeah, on 17, what's that entail?
17 was what we discussed at the end of the last council meeting, was the handicap space for Kenny.
That's why I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions on the motion? All right. We have Councilmember Cloudworthy,
Yes.
Councilmember Darrow,
Yes.
Councilmember Holler,
Yes.
Councilmember McAdams,
Yes.
Councilmember McConnell,
Yes.
Councilmember Oster.
Yes.
Motion carries. We have a consent agenda. All right, we have resolution number 129 of 2025, authorization of municipal lien. Resolution number 130 of 2025, authorizing bingo and raffle license for Hero Scholarship Fund. Resolution number 131 of 2025, authorizing bingo raffle license for Getting It Done. Resolution number 132 of 2025, authorizing the appointment of the Experience Realty LLC for the sale of our homes located at 215 Horton and 207 New Jersey Road. Resolution number 133, 2025, authorizing the sale of our homes located at 215 Horton and 207 New Jersey Road through auction process. Resolution number 134, 2025, authorization to rescind the municipal lien for 107 4th Street. Resolution number 135 of 2025, authorizing the appointment of tax assessor Michael Bernardin. Resolution number 136 of 2025, authorizing the change order 4 to reflect the addition of new pressure transmitters to replace the old old gauges prior to and after the new GAC build equipment as requested by the system operator, an increase of $229,745. Resolution number 137 of 2025, authorizing the change order number 5 to reflect work necessary to adjust unforeseen foundation conditions encountered during the construction of the new pole barn structure, an increase of $11,300. And we also have to add resolution number 138, 2025, appointment of police chief to make that official. I forgot to add that one, so.
That would be 139, 130.
130, oh yeah, 130, what's that, 139?
130.
Oh yeah, 139, okay. 39. The resolution number 139, 138 will be later. I need a motion to accept.
I'll second it.
Any questions on the motion? Any Councilmember Cloudworthy?
Yes.
Councilmember Darrow?
Yes.
Councilmember Holler?
Yes.
Councilmember McAdams?
Yes.
Councilmember McConnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Oster?
Yes.
Motion carries. We have a list of bills and vouchers to be paid. I need a motion to pay all the bills and vouchers in that order.
I'll second.
Any questions on the motion?
Yeah, I have a couple here.
Yep.
On the October 4th and the festival, we have a lot of invoices totaling over $15,000 just for music, 2 hours. And there's another one for $5,000 for a sound technician. Is that normal? I don't
That's what
know.
we paid last year.
Well, I mean,
We usually have a sound technician to cover the whole day, so where if they change the different musicians, you have somebody to cover the whole
okay,
day.
that's it. I just, then we have mainline construction. They're not the ones that did the ball field, were they? Construction.
Mainline, no, that's always have a company.
Okay, now, we have a bill here, but I said,
They did the roof on,
no, I don't know where,
The house
they've never come back to finish the job. I wasn't gonna approve this bill, okay.
yes, that's not the same people.
Okay.
Anyone, are there any other questions?
Okay.
All right. Councilmember Cloudworthy?
Yes.
Councilmember Darrow?
Yes.
Councilmember Holler?
Yes.
Councilmember McAdams?
Yes.
Councilmember McConnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Oster?
Yes.
Moving right along. We have open to council members. Mayor, you have to say? Yeah, whatever. Where you want to go?
I'm gonna go right to the green zone.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Really quick, we are closing the garden for the season. Great year, thanks to people volunteering and so forth. There is 4 gigantic pumpkins that will be displaying at the Harvest Festival. I don't know how we're going to get them over there, that's how big they are, but we've got a lot of people. We made a lot of people happy, and they're brighter and bigger things for next year. So I can't wait for the Fall Festival hits, another successful event I presume we're going to have. Bigger and better, but that's the update. And Miss Debbie, thank you for your garden volunteers, since you're here today. Harry, John and his wife, and Miss Connie.
That was all done by a grant,
All by grant.
all by grant.
Thanks for Councilman Darrow for going to Lowe's and getting some free topsoil and mulch that help the garden for next year. And real quick, this is Dan, Mr. Dan, thank you for volunteering for the garden too. Oh, well, I want to pass for the committee.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on, with the other, Mr. Darrow's brought up, Councilman Darrow, sorry. We have two things that we'd like to maybe bring up in the next month or so, like for a celebration committee, a wine and cheese, and then a movie night per se. I'm working on the wine and cheese now, and I will bring it to the committee, and see what they vote on and so forth. And then we're gonna have a movie for young kids, big screen outside by the fire, hall and so forth, food, popcorn. So we're working on that too.
Jeff, have you reached out to the county? I believe, don't they have a mobile home?
Gloucester County does. I don't know, remember Kingston County has it.
I thought I saw it.
Do they have one? You can check with the
I told
county.
him that was something we had spoken about.
Yeah, I know, I'm not touching on this too. Oh, no,
this is
it's
definitely
very,
news to me,
very news,
so.
yes, very early. But I just want to talk to the committee first. I have,
No, go ahead.
that's all for me.
Jason, we're gonna go around.
I'm on your.
Nothing really too much going on. I know that, Christina did send out a message, for us to, for consideration, regarding borough homes. I know this is something we did touch upon, it was briefly brought up, but I don't think we fully discussed it, at length. But regarding like the paying on site here, I know there was an issue, with paying, here and the cash aspect. So I think that's something that we still need to kind of hash out. Also, people who owe, like 3 months rent before filing a non-payment, she's asking for us to discuss that to be, changed, to a month, again, something that we need to discuss. And then also, the aspect of pets and adjusting, rent for, pets, for pet fee. But those are things that, of course, we can't hash out right now in a second, but those are things that we need to bring up, and discuss.
Put that on the work session
The
for
next
you.
work session. Mhm. Yes, please.
Actually, Stacy, if you don't mind, I spoke to the mayor earlier, and just looking ahead, not only this year, but next year, more importantly, if we do an additional sale, I think it's important that the housing committee, subcommittee, take a more active role as far as not only the sale of the borough homes, but also those issues. Because quite frankly, I think it's important that they at least make a recommendation to council to expedite these issues, because I think there's gonna be a lot of issues.
Yeah, that's why I think it's something that we can discuss at the work session, because, some of the things I don't necessarily agree with myself, but definitely it's something we need to
With
talk about.
respect to, Ryan, I think take a look at that. Legally, you cannot bar someone from paying cash. You can offer an incentive if they pay it electronically, but there cannot be a blanket prohibition, and that's codified in statute.
And thank you for bringing that up, I think that's important. I think sometimes people need to pay in cash, so that's one of the gray areas.
And with respect to the land sale, I think the committee should, at least moving forward, come up with a plan as far as whether it's a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, the number of homes that are going to be sold, if in fact that is the desire of the borough. But more importantly, I know we had talked preliminarily about imposing conditions upon the sale. That's certainly something we can do. I did not do it with these 2 homes because I did not want to take it upon myself to dictate what those terms and conditions are. But one of the things we can discuss and work through is whether or not there should be a restriction. And when I say restriction, following the sale, these restrictions would be codified in the deed, such as the unit would have to be owner occupied, One thing else we discussed is that it will be leased or transferred within 3 or 5 years following the ownership. But again, I think that's something that's gonna require some thought for the council to get a consensus on how we move forward with additional. Okay.
And that's understandable. I think there was something that we had mentioned before, but I know with the most recent ones, I think it's pretty, it's good. The first two we sold in a long time, so, I think, and for budgetary reasons, it's worth saying.
So we can still have that discussion, right, on the current homes that are being sold. I wouldn't be in favor of having them sold. We don't have any conditions on them currently as they sit.
There's no conditions with respect to owner occupied or leasing.
I wouldn't be in favor of moving forward without them in place. So I don't know if that's something we can discuss that, you know, the subcommittee could discuss, but
Absolutely.
I think that would be important before we move. I think that's been the understanding this whole time, is that we're going, we never agreed on them, which is the kind of round and round. But I think that was the goal, was to put those structures in place prior to the sale. So I wouldn't want to move, I mean, that's just me speaking, but I wouldn't want to move forward the sale before we have a game plan in place for what we would like them to be.
And we would have to
Table the previous.
define those terms and conditions before Ryan advertises for the public notice. That's how the law works. Is we're required to advertise the public sale of land at least 2 times. The last publication can't be sooner than 7 days before the last publication. So
Is that something the committee could put together?
Yeah.
I would discuss it with the subcommittee, then for the work session, have a rough idea, which I'll turn over to the actual notice that we publish.
I appreciate that.
But
But it's not gonna hinder the current process right now.
No, we already authorized it, so more, if you have to, what you want to do, the terms, then right after the work session, we can advertise and start the process. Bring them in there and get it done.
but I think with respect to Christine, now that she's on board, that if
You should be definitely involved in that discussion.
I think she should probably do an audit of every borough-owned home at this point. You know, just a
You haven't done
general, a general idea of condition, good, bad, or
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
she's done that
already,
already.
that's
It's already been
happened.
done.
can that be distributed to mayor and council at the next meeting?
Just have that.
I thought it was on one of those, Google Docs.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 25,
No, 30,
25 homes, the other 5 were,
25,
Income.
well, we own 30, and then 5 of them are income qualified.
right. So we're not selling any at this
We
point.
can't tell you income qualified.
We can in the future.
Yeah, if it's in there.
Then Stacy, when we talk, me and the solicitor, we're talking, I know there was talk about, we had 30 homes, they're 100 years old, and they're getting older every day. And there was talk in the beginning with Christina, when she was on council, that we would have possibly, if we thought about selling all of them, get out of the rental business and into, home ownership for people bringing families in or things like that. But we don't want someone to come in, buy the home,
And rent it
rent.
out. Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna have
Hence the
discussion.
conditions with to discuss for the further sale. And even adding to the ones that, the current ones that are going.
So the discussion we had, we're gonna put an additional work on your committee and come up with what he suggested. Come up with a plan, maybe a 5-year plan, if to sell, not to sell, just throw it all, and like John would say, let's poke holes in all the issues and see what we can do.
I think it would also be, again, I remember, our solicitor had said that we are probably, a community that that is probably the only community that deals with rentals. So kind of, we are like a pilot program. It's one of those things, is it something that, that we do want to wash our hands of? And I think this is something I think for everybody to kind of discuss, not just the subcommittee regarding that aspect. Is it something that they want to completely wash their hands of in our town? Or is it something that we can maximize? That I think we need to discuss, I guess, in a different capacity. But I wouldn't want the subcommittee to make that big decision on our own. I would rather
Yeah, you bring
everybody bring that, their opinion on that matter. Again, yes, it is a lot of work. It is, there are a lot of legalities. But if it's something that we think that we can continue with, that's great. But if it's something that we want to wash our hands of, that's understandable too. But again, I would rather have everybody's input on that.
Yeah, the committee will come and bring it to council in a work session. And like I say, the committee's job, as I see it, you will send any option, like whether or not we can restrict. But if you buy a home, you gotta be here for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years.
Absolutely.
Or we don't want, I don't know if you can restrict someone from selling it, like you could, if someone buys it, whether it be a flipper or not, you could put a limit on, like, you can't do that for a year or 2 years or something like that.
Yes.
So there's all kinds of legal, which he's got all that stuff down pat.
So if there are, a recommendation, hey, with the legalities of it, what has been a good, again, it's kind of hard because again, nobody else has done this regarding the town,
I'll be happy to
management,
sit
so-
with the subcommittee.
Yeah, that would be, I think that would be helpful,
At least
especially
watch some
because,
guidance.
this has so many legal, so many legalities to it. Yeah, and even if it comes down to if a piece of paper is not within the holder, you can't evict people. So it's something as minute as, like rules and regulations, and it can be a little bit tedious. So again, whatever legal aspects that can be, with that input, it would be greatly appreciated. And I honestly, yeah, we want to make sure that our town maintains a certain standard, and not to be exploited with rental properties, because again, it's already a rental property, you don't want it to be utilized as another one. So I completely get the aspect of why we need some kind of limitations on,
Yeah, we
in a bill
can
of sale
definitely.
or in a contract. So I get it, and that's absolutely fine. I don't have any issue with that at all.
All right, so moving on that, maybe by next meeting, work session.
The work session?
Start throwing
Sure.
ideas. Very good. Anything else?
No, we have a new police chief, yay. I am very happy with the choice that we made. I think that, I was about to say Captain Brewster, but Chief Brewster will be a good asset for the community and for our police, our police department. So I'm very.
Thank you. Bruce?
Yeah, piggyback a little bit, you said, want to thank Mike and the borough workers, because my contact with Lowe's, they've given us over a few $1,000s worth of stuff. They have a lot more down there, so I mean, they just called, you might have to be going back, but they gave us basically all the tops of the potting soil for next year already in the community garden. They've given us mulch that we put at the Legion Field. They gave us a few pallets of topsoil and seed that we put on. We're working on that with the pickleball court. So, I mean, we're pretty fortunate. I mean, for a while, Borough Brooklyn just said we don't want it. So for years, I've been giving it to Gloucester. I said, you don't want it, I don't get it. It's a connection that I have. So, so we've been giving it. So now it's coming back to us. And I said it, and each bag of seed is $50, and they gave us I'm up to 3 pallets from them right now. So they've given us probably close to $5,000. But we just said that, but the help, Mike and their workers, and they went down there, and unfortunately they went. We're supposed to pick up 6 pallets and have 16? 13, okay. And I'm going to take them. But the other thing is, while we're talking about the public works, Mike and I talked a little bit today. We're going to do it right here, making a commitment Monday. You and I can open them. The public work will get that net up. Now the ferry's putting up the one along Browning Road. This has been out there since May. And Mike and I talked, so Monday. Is that good for you?
What am I gonna do, say no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, no, but
I like my job.
It could be a holiday for I know.
It's a perfect day. I couldn't pick a better day.
Yeah, because I'm off on Mondays anyway. So
why are you?
Because you're the one that came up with the idea that you and I would help.
Oh.
That's what I'm pointing to you.
You just let me. So I will make you aware that our bucket truck is currently out of service and cannot be used, that might kind of.
That's what matter.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
makes
so
it-
we have enough time, it's only Monday, if I can reach out to another municipality that's been kind enough to lend us of our equipment, that's how we work.
Joe always lend us one from Belmar.
They don't have one anymore.
They don't have one anymore?
Everybody knows Brooklyn has
How
one.
about Westville? What do we got about Westville?
Yeah,
They use
Westfield has
ours.
ours. So just hear me out, please. There's other municipalities that we work with hand in hand. We'll get it done.
Yeah, because I know we have to have a bucket truck.
Ladder? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
You give us a hand, Kyle.
Yeah, but I know we need a bucket truck because of the hill on the one side. We can't use the system cap. We have it at the Legion Field.
We'll get it done.
Okay.
If for some reason I can't get lined up a bucket truck, I will get a date where it's acceptable for that. So
And another thing is, Mike Godwin said, and no part, we had some problems with people parking on McAdams Way over the weekend. Mike put up one sign or two. You're not about it. I said we only need one. You thought we needed two.
The one.
Okay.
I was one. I wanted to add another sign. Who would ever thought that?
Yeah, I know. So, but we got that done. I had brought up a question about the clubhouse on who did it. They have not come back and done any work, Mike. No.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Reach out to him again.
Okay. That's important because, we paid the guy all that money.
Yeah, he's both. I mean, I said yes.
Get it out there.
What's that? No. They haven't done, that's why I wouldn't know if it was the same contractor. The other thing, Furry's up there, they should have it done any day now than that because they had the high reach. And apparently, I'm not out about it, or I do is historical, so I'm not out anyway, so. And then one last thing on that, the batting cage, the end facing the Browning Road. It's really bad, it's up, Paul's gonna, so I had a guy take a look at it today, just for case. Furry's was mad, we got both sides, I said, because you're a lot more expensive than this guy is, I know it's a small job, and so, as you guys give me a quote too, if you want one. But we've been blessed that everything's going on at the ball field out there has been basically donated, all the money, so everything that. So, again, I'm looking at one of our local businesses to get a scoreboard, down at, the Field of Dreams. And that field's really come around because they said all the donations with everything, and that has, and I'll tell you, one of these bags goes to 5,000 square feet. I'm using a bag about every 100 square feet. I have so much grass seed, I don't know what to do with it. So.
I'll take some.
Well, let me know. I got plenty of it, and they call me every day about it, so. But basically, that's really, that I have to say, we've had money come in for the rentals of the field. I said, we don't charge any of the Brooklyn teams, Brooklyn School, none of those people have to pay to use the fields, okay? Brooklyn Legion, Brooklyn Legion doesn't pay, the Brooklyn travel teams don't pay. But these other teams come in on weekends now, we're getting a minimum, well, I should say minimum, if they play both days, minimum's gonna be $500 a weekend. So by the time I'm done in the fall, I'm realizing probably about $7,000 profit. It's that money now that was going back into the fields, whether it's fixing the batting cage. And Ryan knows that he set a account aside. So if we need something done, then we can pull it out of there. So that's one of the big things that I said, like with Lowe's. It's funny you mentioned that because I said, I have so much grass. I'm going to ask people, they need it. I mean, it's ridiculous how much grass you have.
Great.
And, so, but basically that's it, and I said, we're blessed that these people keep us in mind if they have the donations. And really with donation back, all the grass seed, mouse got into it and chewed the top bag. Well, people were afraid to touch the rest of the bag. So they said, here, take the whole thing. No problem. So, but that's where we stand right now. So, and again, piggyback, Stacy, you want to congratulate Bruce, I think it's a good choice. He's the guy's going to do.
Done a great job with that, with a lot of money.
Trying
We got
to.
stuff going, we got poles down like 50 feet tall.
Yeah, there's Paul. And the netting's gonna go, we cannot guarantee we can catch every foul ball. That cannot happen. No, but the fence is gonna be 12. It's gonna be 36 feet high, this net. The ball goes over to, nothing we can do. You see him go over the net, it's Phillies games all the time. We're just gonna do the best we can. One thing we will stop is line drives going off the bat into a car windshield. That may happen, so.
Terrific job.
So now you heard that, so I think so I can call you again, Mike, I need this picked up. Thanks, Mike.
I don't have too much. I do believe in karma. At the last meeting, I said I wanted the pickleball court to burn down, and a piece of glass broke. So that's on me. It's under warranty. They're coming out and fix it. We have it on video. I was talking with the company, and apparently 1 out of every 5,000 has the ability to do what that did. And then they double down the process. The heating and cooling process makes it 1 in 10,000. So I'm glad we got the 1 in 10,000. And they're coming out. They should be replaced by next week. We're getting an extra piece of glass, and Mike was kind enough to store that for us as well. So it's sure something will never happen again, but if it were, we have something extra that we can place in there. And then I'm hoping within the next week we finally have painters are going to come out to take the entire thing off and repaint it. And again, it's not on us. Pickle Tile's holding up their end of the agreement. The original guy is refusing to come out and do it, so Pickle Tile's eating the money on that and coming out and redoing it for us. So again, not costing us anything, but certainly an inconvenience at this point to try and get that on.
Yeah, of course, thank you.
Mike, yeah, you mentioned it.
Tom, I'd like to just add real quick, I know I don't want to step on anybody, but just so everybody's aware, that is safety glass up there too. So when it shatters, it breaks into squares and, you know, it's not like big giant shards of glass. So, I mean, it is designed to, I guess, be friendly if you want to say.
Do we know how it broke?
Like I said, the stats are 1 in every 5,000, and
Yeah, just
I'll show you the video later. It's remarkable.
If they could slow that video down, I think I think you should. They could, it's state of the art cameras, right? It's 20 feet away. They said they looked at it. We had little kids running around, running up and down the ramp and all. I chased them twice that day. And then all of a sudden, thing shattered. People come running, you know, guy knocking on my door. So what they think, if they could slow that video, it's on, the camera's dead on it, 20 feet away, and all of a sudden it went poof, like shattered. And then half an hour later, it fell inward, you know. And the glass panel is probably 500, maybe 600, 700 pounds. It's huge, it's so heavy. It's come running down. Could have been a chink in it, a little chink in a corner or something like that, you know, no one knows. But if they could slow it down, they could figure out where the problem was. So if it wasn't installation, you know, in other words, it looks like it's momentary, the whole thing would go, you know, but I think if you slowed it down, and maybe it started here or over here, pinpoint the way it happened, you know. So that's what we were hoping Mike could do with the cameras and give us an idea. Then we could look at that area and say, well, maybe there was a bolt out there or something like that. So, but other than that, yeah, we're going to get that done. They're going to seal. Going to make sure they're going to seal these cracks that we have and let it cure. That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
And they had it done in a day, so a day and a half.
We have a different crew coming.
Yeah.
Different company.
Skip, I want to say one more thing, and about the Carnival bookstore, you know, we've had problems with them fighting, you know, with people parking. And I think Josh, this Steve work Saturday, they cooperated a little bit because they had the police move the cars instead of bring tow trucks. But we had Bryson and lay out the right of way. So is there any way we could get Bogey or somebody to put in an asphalt curb, at least along the property, right along the right of way line? So this way the people know they can park next to that without this guy calling the cops to bring tow trucks in. But you only need a street line. It would be the 1/2 of Christianity going out to 130.
Does that go right to 130?
Yeah, they have a straight line from where Murray turned left. They have it to the end of that, so that would be the straight line. And all this, you know what I'm talking about, that's
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, if we put a curb up there, if they're pulled in, they come in and park at the bookstore, right? They got a hot the curb.
No, but he could put a couple of drive impressions in if he would, like, you know, but I think it would make their job a lot easier because they get crazy up there. And then the people have to come in, you know,
They abandoned here.
okay, it's just something that I think.
It's laid out.
It's already laid out, there's PKs every 25 feet with red ribbon or pink ribbon on them. and that is the actual right-of-way line. Okay.
Trish.
Oh, I just have a few things. We all know that the Fall Fest is October 4th from 12 to 5. The Stuff a Scarecrow event is coming up on Wednesday, October 1st. That's sponsored by the 8th grade. That is from 5:30 to 8. I'm not sure if participation is down, but I spoke to one of the 8th grade moms that's coordinating that. She said if a business would like to sponsor one, you don't necessarily have to make it. The 8th grade will make it for you guys. All the information about the Stuff a Scarecrow is on our website. And again, that is Wednesday, October 1st, 5:30. It is a fun event because then they use them and decorate down Broadway and all throughout Broadway.
The decorated scarecrow, is a sponsored?
It's sponsored by the 8th grade. What they do is they supply you with the hay, the straw, and the hay.
Okay.
You just bring the clothes or whatever, however you're gonna decorate it.
So different
So,
sponsors.
yeah, it's fun. So it's an 8th grade fundraiser. They do it every year.
Last year they had it at the community.
It is at the community
Okay,
center,
so-
Wednesday, October 1st,
And that's on the website, right?
5:38. Yeah, it's on our Barrow website. It's also on the school's
They had a
website.
lot of fun last year.
It is a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. So there's that and Fall Fest. And then one thing, I'm not sure what we can do about this, but this morning I was really disappointed. I was walking into work and the whole laptop was riddled with trash. It looked like Wawa. I mean, had to be at least 50 over here on the laptop. It literally looked like Wawa's cup blew up all over. I know it's school, but school wasn't yesterday. It was nice. I mean, how can we get these people to stop littering back there? It's people playing basketball. I know, I'm putting it out there because it was a real mess today. I have pictures. I mean, it looked horrible.
It's been a problem area
Horrible.
forever.
And then Tara,
I agree with
and I get that it's the school, but I mean, we're all kind of in the same area. And she was out there Monday morning. She has a lot of other things to do. And it would have been fair for Harry to have to pick up. I mean, it was a lot. I will show you the pictures. I was really, really disappointed.
And it's a school, but it's not the school kids.
Right, it wasn't.
It's the kids in the town that are.
It was the Saturday and Sunday. It was a nice day out. And it's not even like we don't have trash cans. There is multiple trash cans back there. So there's no reason. And I was just very disappointed
I think we
to
should
see all
talk to
that
Sam,
trash.
we should talk to Sam about, maybe.
I mean, what can we
Kids probably
do?
out of town or.
It's after school.
A lot of them were brought to high
It's
school.
after school, but this was the weekend.
But it's.
Brian,
I know it's.
at least three of them were brought to
I
high
know,
school.
but I'm just sharing it because
Yeah,
it
but
was,
that's not
it
people
was
that are going to the school.
So who,
No, but you said they're from out of town, I'm saying they're not. no.
I think as you're saying, it's
Yeah,
after
it's after
hours. It's not when the school's in
it's,
session.
right.
And that has been, and we've been asking, and I know police are everywhere, but it's been issues with kids with bikes, with skateboards, with climbing on the top of the school building, with on top of the generators over there. And this is after, it can't be, it's not a school, it's fine, it's after school hours. Now, the school could say it's our property and nobody's allowed here. And, maybe that ends up being
They could.
closed, but we're trying to keep
I don't
it
know
open
what the
for the.
happy medium is,
for the
but
town.
I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah, I agree with
I mean, it was.
Bad.
It was really bad.
When I was a
haven't seen
kid-
it that bad in a long time.
We couldn't go there as kids from my parents, and I won't let my kids come up here. So it's the same thing decades later. It's the same issue.
So I'm just, I don't know what we can do, but hopefully we can come up with some kind of
I'm gonna have
solution.
a talk with Sam and see what we can do. I don't wanna hear what we can't do,
And like,
Yeah, in March. True, I mean, we could put you put some big lights out there and light it up, it's even worse, I guess, And the only,
Or they just can't be there on the weekends. I
saying,
mean, I know.
well, the weekend days, basketball, come on, they'll climb 20-foot fences to get in there and play.
Oh, I see it. I know.
I just think the cops would be, because I have no problem with kids. I go, you guys gotta clean up there. They will clean up. I
They
mean,
will if you
So I'm
ask
just saying,
them.
so maybe,
Not all the
if the
time.
cops say, look, twice, yo guys, we have no problem, just clean up. Watch your language. I've never had a problem with that, ever. And they do take care of it. You know,
I think asking if anybody ask them,
Yeah.
and you can see how it goes.
Well, I mean, they'll do it.
Maybe we could do that.
Because I know their desire to play basketball, these kids.
And then if you also say, if this continues, you know, then we might be forced to close it or something, like, I'm sure they don't want it closed, like you said, people will climb the fence to get to it, so
It's
maybe
disappointing too,
by
because
having
it is
that.
kids that
lingering
live in our
might be-
town, you would hope that they would want their town to not have trash on
Or
it. They would
maybe,
know better.
or maybe have another, but I don't know, because I remember when I was a kid, we would have, like seminars on littering and whatnot. Or
Right.
an announcement over the loudspeaker, you know, please
No,
be
it's
mindful,
true, though,
don't,
that's
please throw
right.
your stuff in the trash, maybe we need to do that, do not litter campaign
you-
all over again.
I'll tell you
To
what,
kind of remind the kids,
I'm
like,
just
dude,
sharing. I was just.
Throw your crap away.
Put it in the trash can.
I'll tell you what you could do. You know, I'm gonna talk to Al over at Tano, so I'm gonna get a slice of pizza and a soda. Thanks. And you go out there and the kids are out there and you say, hey, can we get a couple of you guys clean this place up?
That's a good idea.
Get you a free pizza and right? And see how that works, something like that.
Not a bad idea.
That might actually work.
Because I know you can motivate kids.
No,
It's for money and or soda or whatever. So
all
we
right,
might.
let's think of something.
But we also, my thing is too, we also don't want them to think like, this is your.
Right, I'm gonna
community.
clean this one piece of trash up and
So I
now
can
I'm
get
gonna
it,
get.
yeah, you know.
Right, well,
Throw it over back.
Right, like, just something like.
when they're done.
Keep your
That's all right.
environment clean in general, it's not just.
I see them as well.
But the prize is always a good thing, not a problem.
Yeah, get them on our side. That's what it was. There was an old movie back in the day called Angels with Dirty Faces. It was about kids in New York City. And they turned them kids around by putting them on their side, giving them a place to box, or things to do. But we're gonna try the pizza, and we'll see what happens.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. All right,
Very
thank
good.
you. That's it. That's all I got.
So I had something real quick on that. We had a similar issue in my old neighborhood. We had a initiative where we put toppers on all of the trash cans that look like fish heads. And then each neighbor, each block got to decorate their own, and it was Feed the Fish campaign. That was how we cleaned up the
That's cool.
neighborhood.
There you go.
We did sponsorships too, so.
Teach them how to fish.
There you go.
Right down at the water.
The,
John, what do you got?
the community center's half
Thank
done.
you, thank you, Trish.
We have like the test website up to, kind of go through to see how kind of reservations like would work. It looks pretty good. We're ready to go through it a little bit more. And then, JC McGee was in there and it's pretty much maybe 60% done as far as the wiring. And all that, all our current keys will work, which is good. So that won't have to be, changed. And it should be finished by the end of this week. So
So
we're,
it can be fine.
So we will be the five by the end of this week. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
as long as the
important.
parts come in, it looks like it.
We are, I mean, there's people that use it.
Yep.
So, okay, so you'll let me know as soon as that's.
You'll be on the communication. Yeah, so, website, maybe not by the end of the week, they're, not the best vendor, but JC McGee's been great, so I think we'll be in good shape, hopefully by the end of the week, if not, or later on next week. At least Bob's will be done by the end of the week.
Okay, thank you, John. I got a few things. Ryan, you got some stuff? Oh, Michael, I'm sorry. What do you got?
Third Street project, going as expected. Ernie with Pioneer Construction worked with them multiple times, doing a great job. They're moving along pretty good. Almost got sidewalk or curbing laid on both sides. Sidewalk should be finished by the end of this week or beginning of next. We were able to cut, I was able to cut like $7,800 out of the budget for that project to use somewhere else later down the line.
Good.
Pickleball gate has been installed. The ramp, we're just waiting for a section of like 4-foot ramp to come in, and that'll be taken care of.
Pickleball gate, you mean the bathroom gate?
Yes, yeah, the bathroom gates have been installed. For well, they ordered some stuff for the pump and some well casing that should be going in within the next 3 weeks. The guardrail on Railroad Ave was,
So
I got confirmation and ordered today.
they took that down.
Now,
No, the old, the damaged, that wasn't taken down yet?
I don't, no. The guardrail over on Railroad Ave.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I rode by there today. I think it was today. I didn't see any. Hardware, yeah.
I don't don't know who would take it down, the project is got,
Maybe somebody, I don't know, maybe check that out.
oh, if it's gone, we don't have to get rid of it. So, the fence at Pershing Road, that project,
I'm sorry.
the fence at Pershing Road, the material's been ordered, it's gotta be fabricated, so that's currently in the works. We ordered 7 new dumpsters for around town, just things that we needed, firehouse, the school. I am reaching out to Dr. Rossetti to see if they can offset the cost for their dumpsters.
Yeah.
You know, that's not something they haven't done in the past, so.
Maybe we'll have to take him out and get some pizza. Right?
I'm not.
Have a talk with him.
The fence on Pershing, like, so they're not replacing the entire thing. It's gonna be, they're gonna cut and
Fix some welding issues and paint, yeah.
Thank you. You didn't mention the pole barn. Very,
Top of
very
my
nice.
list too.
Very nice.
Pole barn structure is almost completed. They just did insulation. They put the roof, the interior roof structure up, the ceiling structure. They're gonna do the interior walls, cover them all up, and the doors. What's that?
All the interior,
Everything's being covered, yeah.
what do you cover, plywood?
No, like an aluminum sheeting.
Oh, okay, like the exterior. I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Besides, the doors will be in a couple weeks and off the races, so everything.
Yeah, they did an excellent job.
Yeah, just to let council know that the gap filters were power washed and cleaned before we put that
Yeah.
on, so everything's kind of dusted dirt free.
For public's knowledge, the reason why we put that huge building over top of our new filter system, originally they said there was no problem with freezing, right? And then
Correct.
Gloucester had some.
Gloucester didn't have an issue. It was in my professional opinion that it be put inside. Now Gloucester's putting theirs.
No, what I'm saying, we found out about that potential problem from Gloucester.
No, Gloucester City's is outside. I knew that it would freeze because it had water in it. No, it had nothing to do with Gloucester. They were happy with theirs being outside.
Well, anyway, that's why that big building, that big giant industrial looking building right there at the water plant.
I think it's.
Yeah, it does, it does look good, but it's gonna serve a purpose there. I don't know if you've all noticed, we've got a few projects going, we got the car wash, looks like it's moving ahead, you see that? Moving real ahead, like it's in the car wash, more traffic. The Canada's facilities are really moving ahead. Do we have a timeline for the,
The one building should be, it's pretty much done, they're getting, they got a temporary CO. The other building probably sometime in March of next year. Building 1 will be done sometime in March. Building 2 is the building to the right, will finish first actually, so. But they're gonna start manufacturing now, and then before the operation before the first of the year. That's their goal.
nice, very good.
And the business, the coffee shop should be open on Broadway in October.
October, they said.
The inside looks really nice. They did a fabulous job renovating the whole thing.
What's the name?
They're shooting for
Looks good.
October.
Remember the name, come on.
I don't know. Something coffee.
Something.
I'll find it, but they're really good. They got a place in Mantua and it should be open in October. So it's really exciting to have something in that building. It's not that other businesses are, but just some family oriented is nice.
We're still thinking of options here, right?
Yes, yes.
So, you know, and the owner,
Daily Grounds Coffee.
no, you can't talk yet. What?
Daily Grounds Coffee.
Oh, there it is, there we go. Yes.
I have a question about the cannabis place. When they're up and running, are we going to be, having the odor
No.
in town the way Curaleaf is when
No.
you drive past there?
They'll get shut down immediately.
That was,
No.
I'm
that
not joking.
Okay,
was his
I
first.
live across the street from it. That was one of my main things when I came to planning and zoning.
okay.
They have these,
I'm glad to hear that.
carbon filter, kind of like the gas filtration, thing for the water. They have the same carbon filter for the air. And they're treating just a hallway. So and then there's 2 air tunnels and just the hallway. So when they open, they're all refrigerated. So when they open, everything, all the smell stays in that hallway. They're treating the hallway with the circulated air that goes to these carbon filters. And then also there's a separation between that and another door before you can even go to the next part of the warehouse. Then you can go outside.
Thank
So
you.
everything should be internalized. Now, I'm not saying you might not get a smell of it, but It's like not a constant smell like you had a Cure Leaf where every single day you can smell it all day long.
Drove past it, and it was it's not like your Melita coffee, you know?
The CRC
That
won't,
used
the
to smell
CRC won't allow that anymore. There's certain regulations.
Thank you.
Moving ahead, you will notice we have bridges working. I think they're moving pretty good, I guess. The one side, the Westfield Bridge, that one completed area really looks like we're gonna have a nice bridge there. But anyway, and then our circle work, you notice the bulkheads went up. They, really, it's coming together very nicely. Putting in, we have a bulkhead that they say will do a lot of the problems, not solve it, but take care of some of the flooding problems. But they're doing a nice job. I just want to mention that. We need help with traffic. That's another problem that we have. Let's see. I got a couple of things here. What else? We hooked up with a meeting with the county. They've given us a grant. I don't know, I talked to Ryan about it a little bit. Usually when they come visit us, we usually get the grant, right? King County
Open space.
Open Space Grant. They met with their team and they were all really impressed with the pickleball court. Just about every town that they associate with, they're putting several pickleball courts in, like all these other towns, but they've never seen anything encased in glass. And they were, that thing really, they very impressed with it. So we got a grant coming, so we're gonna put a deck possibly around that. You can look at the water sunsets and have coffee out there or whatever, the plans out there for that. So we did meet with them and that all looks good. I did want to say the Fall Festival's October 4th. Scarecrow's October 1st.
October 1st.
And that's
5:30 to
at the community center.
Yes.
Trunk or treat is October 16th.
I was gonna bring that up in October, but yeah, it is.
Halloween is the 31st. I hate Halloween.
3 to 7, right, is our.
3 to 7.
Trick or treat at his house.
I'm not gonna respond.
You wanna go late?
I'm gonna test, I just wanted this test that's with me. So now we know. There's a conference, November 4th. November 4th, don't forget to vote.
Yes.
Coming up. I think that's it. Still, we still need a card for our Ranger Harry.
Told you I had one and no one ever got back to me.
Okay, we don't have it, so we need to get one, that's all I'm saying.
So if I find one, which I, okay.
Got the money to
Just find one, just get it, we have a couple $1,000 sitting in that account ready for him.
So, and then, Harry ended up cleaning that park, but he will, or the blacktop.
He does, I mean, he cleans that park every
So-
single day, which
Every day.
it's great that he does that, but.
I don't wanna show you, but I got 1,620 pictures on my
I
phone.
saw,
From
yeah,
Harry.
I saw 800 of them on his.
All right, well, we'll move this along, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, the last,
Just FYI, last day registered vote on the 14th of October,
Okay,
in case people need that.
14th, that's the 16th and the 14th.
The
and,
14th of October.
so, just to, we have it,
And I forgot to mention.
no, you have the car wash coming along.
Oh, yeah.
But you also have the gas station, new gas station coming along with their convenience store that should be
That's right.
open before the end of the year. Also, you have a barber shop coming in across from the flower shop, right there by the Tano's. They used to be Max Construction.
Oh,
They're making that a
Oh, I
barber
was
shop.
wondering, a barber
Mike's
shop?
place, yeah.
Mike's place.
Yeah.
They have some bright lights out there.
Mike's old place. As you,
I know.
when we were kids, it was Mike's place, but yeah.
We got the
I saw that.
lettuce.
Yeah,
Remember the lettuce?
So,
Right, on that, this is prior to me being on council, I think, wasn't there like a oil change place across, I'm gonna say Pontius, but, across
Yes.
from Wawa, they're like
What was it?
it's a good thing, it's called Take Five Oil. Take Five Oil.
Seven oil?
They own Take Five Oil and Take Five Car Wash.
Okay.
same parent company, but different companies, would make no sense to me, but they both got permission to do it. The Take 5 Oil is now bellied up, or trying to sell the site plan, just like the car wash did, with another developer, because it's already been approved by council, by planning and zoning, so they're trying to find an oil place that will go there. So, and they also haven't got permission from the DOT to get an apron there on the one side, so that was the one issue, I think, that delayed it for the longest time, but environmental's done, everything's completed on that site except that part.
Is there like a timeline when that like
There is
comes
no
back or?
timeline, if they got approval of planning and zoning, but the, construction, they didn't put any construction plan, like the construction plan, you got 1 year. But they got approval from planning and zoning, there's not a timeline for that, is there? Yeah, there's no timeline for the actual approval, since it's already been approved for that site to be a Take 5 Oil. It would be.
Is that going on forever?
So long as there is a period of protection, whether they receive variance or site plan approval. Typically, that could be up to 5 years. If they do not approve beyond that, they can still build it, provided the ordinance has not changed.
So, it's still coming if they can sell it. I had talked to somebody maybe about a month and a half ago about the site, so. But usually the same thing happened with the car wash. I was getting like 80 different people asking the same thing. I'm like, will somebody just buy it and do what you're gonna do? And the flagship came in and doing what they're doing.
I know the regional manager.
Thank you.
And that is it for right now.
Two things.
We
real
go
quick.
to executive.
Two things, the raffle.
Oh, raffle, yeah. We've sold about 100 tickets so far.
I sold 6.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're the team.
So,
I'm going to try and sell 25, so.
so when people are buying the tickets, right, it's very hard, like, if they're gonna pay for it as a Venmo, you gotta let me know immediately, because I'm keeping track of an Excel spreadsheet of everybody's name and number, because it's just easier to keep track of it. So I can send a picture to anybody that's paying on Venmo, I send a picture of the thing, but if you already gave them the ticket stub, there's no point in me sending the picture of the, or writing out their ticket number anyway, so, but we're gonna keep selling all the way till Christmas time, like being December, we'll be drawing everybody's name and doing, we're gonna do like a lot of things before then to ramp up the excitement for it and all that stuff, but we need to sell at least 1,000 to break even, so let's try to get as many as we can sell.
You have extra,
I have tons
I
of
have
things
tickets.
here, and extra papers here.
yeah, I got this.
So in the Venmos thing, so.
Can we sell them?
Yeah, so I don't wanna duplicate that, so I gotta check. So I write numbers down, so when they pay on Venmo, they can put their ticket number on there, so I know they got a ticket. Like, you're gonna have to help me out a little bit, because when people pay on Venmo, it's like, if Amber sold something, and then I go on, and I was like, there's a cross, somebody's gonna get, oh, I already got my ticket. I'm like, oh, okay, I learned that the hard way.
Do you need us to like sit outside of like ShopRite or something?
I was like,
You want to, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, you need us to sit
I
outside.
would do that.
Honestly, it'll give us an opportunity to see any kind of, or meet any kind of residents as well, and kind of interact with
You do
people,
everything
so
you
I
want.
think.
We
it's
could
like-
do it in front of Wawa.
For the fall festival, there will be a
Oh,
table.
no.
I'm like, the rest of
Yeah,
the.
have the
Like,
game.
we might get there. I mean, we can figure something out, but I mean, if anything.
Yeah, the fall festival, I'm hoping to have the games in stock by then, to show everybody the Brooklyn Opoly. And they can sell that with the tickets, and also, and then obviously if you win, you get Brooklyn Opoly for free.
You know what we're talking about,
You know.
Brooklynopoly?
It's a-
Monopoly?
Oh, Monopoly game of Brooklyn?
Based on Brooklyn.
They created a Monopoly game with Brooklyn streets and whatnot, so whoever wins, one of the prizes, they also get, an actual game of Brooklyn Monopoly. It's a pretty cute. You go further on there? You can add that and buy a Sharpie if you'd like, and, get out of jail free card.
Not get out of jail, get out of the circle, you got a life vest.
Yeah.
To get out of the flooded circle.
It's
so
Sharpie,
cute,
the
though.
adult looks good.
Yes, go out of the circle.
All right, moving ahead here, it's getting late. I just want to say, remember of Cash, have any word on Cash? She's still in the hospital, right?
She is still in the hospital. I was actually there yesterday.
Right.
She looks so much better than she has.
Yeah.
She was sitting up, she was being sassy with the nurses, so I definitely
She's getting
expect
better.
that in the spring, that she's gonna be back out on her corner.
Okay,
That's what I feel, but she definitely is, feeling much better and looked a whole lot better than she did last week, so thankful for that.
all right.
Motion for executive.
Yeah, we have a motion.
Oh, you gotta read it. You gotta read it.
Resolution number 138, 2025, resolution excluding the public participation within a portion of the meeting of the Borough Council of the Borough of Brookline pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12. I need a motion to go into executive.
I'll make that motion.
Aye.
All in favor?
Can we have 5 minutes though?
For those
Boy.
that, for those that didn't run out. Listen, Trish, for those that didn't run out.
I literally just, I